if I'm a brand new trader coming to trading and I had no money, no resources, no funded accounts, nothing, and I'm starting all the way from zero, I'm gonna show you exactly how I do it step by step to be able to get back to the level I am at now, being able to get funded 600K, to be able to pull out thousands of dollars in the market and actually live the freedom of trading that trading is supposed to give you. Now let's get straight into it. Now, step number one that I would do is study one strategy. Where I used to up at when I first got into trading, where I used to look at multiple traders. I would watch different traders such as Cubanks or Lambo Raul or FX Alex G, and I would just continue to consume their content, not knowing that is only keeping me from progressing in my own trading career, because I'm just watching other people level up or watching other people's style, and I'm trying to juggle 3 different trading styles until none of them actually work for me. I don't trade like any of those influencers now. I trade totally different, a very systematic and simple approach, right? And the next thing I will also change when I first got into trading or do differently is I will stop looking at multiple indicators. I will stop looking at the MACD, the RSI. I will stop looking at MA cross. I will stop looking at all these things looking for a quick fix, knowing that all of these indicators are actually lagging indicators. And the only indication that you need is market structure to be able to predict or to guesstimate where the market can possibly go. That's all us traders do. We just analyze the market. We're trying to predict if the market is going up or trying to predict if the market is going down. That's all that we are trying to do. The next thing I would do differently is before just starting to buy multiple courses, I will just learn some stuff on YouTube, right? I will just go and take my time and really actually look at baby pips and actually look at YouTube and look at different people on YouTube. Now, with that being said, I do have to be honest with you. I would be a little bit cautious about that due to the fact that YouTube can be misleading and you can get drugged into a rabbit hole, which means you can watch too many creators. So I would say I would watch a little bit of YouTube, but I will watch one creator on YouTube and I would just follow that creator, enjoy the way that he break it down, because trading can be complex, but if you have a right teacher who breaks trading down to you, then you will 100% see massive growth within your skill set in a short amount of time. The most important thing that I will honestly say to a lot of the new traders, and even if I go back and tell myself I was starting over from zero, was just focus on market structure and price action. Like if you can just predict where price can possibly go more times than not in a positive risk to reward, then you'll be profitable, I guarantee it. So that's one thing I always had issues with. I would always try to look at different things to try to predict the market instead of just looking at market structure. You don't need anything on your charts but just market structure. The second thing I will do is I will back test like it's absolutely boring. Like I will back test like my life depends on it, because back testing is what gives you the data that you need to be able to push forward, to be able to understand market structure, to be able to know your style and know who you are as a trader and what works and what does not work. What I would do is, if I can go back and tell my old self, I would open up TradingView. I will hustle up and pay for the FX replay, which is roughly about $15. I'm pretty sure starting from zero, I could find $15. I could ask somebody, my mom, sister, somebody, I could ask somebody for $15. And I would use FX replay and I would live on FX replay the first 60 to 90 days. Now that's one thing I did do in the past. I used to back test, right? I used to do 1,001 trades, but it will always be inconsistent because I never had a very structured routine. I never had a very structured system. It was always, it depends when price get here. It depends if this happens, if that. It was never structured. But then when I got a structured system and it worked and I knew it worked, all I did was back test, bro. I just back test all day, all night. I slept on the chart, just kept back testing until the point that I'm super confident in my system and I know my system works over a long period of time. The most important things and the things that you need to know when you're back testing are things like, what is your win rate? What is your average drawdown? What is your average stop loss? Different things of that nature. Those are some of the most important things you need to know when you're back testing. I would go back and tell myself when I first started is to look at these categories and just focus on these categories, because these categories is what's going to make you profitable over the long period of time. One of the things that kind of me up when I hear other traders talking about it is their psychology, because if you have unlimited data and you know your system works, and you know if you have like hypothetically my old self, if I knew I had a 30% win rate, I know it was a possibility I can lose 7 trades in a row. All I have to do is win 3, or I'm going to win 3 off of my data over 1,001 trades. And that's why I truly believe in 1,001 trades. But if I knew that, then I wouldn't be so emotionally tied to the next winning or next losing trade, because I know it's a possibility that I have 3 winners, or I'm gonna have 3 winners, 1 winner, 2 losers. I'm just gonna have a 30% win rate over 10, 20, 30, 40 trades, or 34.5% win rate, if I'm trying to be exact here. That's what I would do. That's something that I actually did when I was coming up. So that's something I will also tell him to continue to do over and over. And we haven't gotten to making any money yet, because we need to understand that trading is a slow burning candle. But once that bitch burn, you can make a lot of money, my boy. Third thing I would do before I go into trying to get funded or making money is to build a routine, to build some type of lifestyle around fitness. Make sure I am 100% disciplined in all aspects of life. I'm a big component on fitness. As you guys know, I have been a collegiate athlete. I came from the athletic background, now a trader / entrepreneur / content creator / sexy, handsome, whatever you want to call me, baby. I'm whatever you want to be. But I will build some type of lifestyle around my trading. The trading would be the main thing, but I will also, before I get into trying to get funded, I would focus just upon building some disciplined routines in my life, such as waking up early. That's one thing I had issues with when I first started trading. I would fucking drag out of bed and just go on a computer in my PJs. The worst thing you can do. I would tell myself at the beginning is just treat trading as you did when you play basketball. Like, if you could do that, then you would 100% see profitability. And if I treated basketball with all my heart, because I thought I was going to make it to the league, but so many injuries kind of stopped me from getting to where I need to get to. But that's besides. Just treating trading as like an athlete. If I can just go back and like, yo, just do this, bro. Just do this, and then you would see massive success. Just do this X, Y, and Z. Because it comes down to discipline is what separates the positive traders from the negative traders. Discipline, knowing you shouldn't take this trade, but just because it's 2 pips away from your entry level, you take it anyway, and then you lose a trade because you was not disciplined. And even if you win that trade, that doesn't mean you win, right? You still broke the rules. That means you're undisciplined. So discipline is probably one of the most important things when it comes to trading and growing your trading account. Now, the 4th thing I would do if I was starting back over from 0 is go get me some money, because we done did everything already. We got the strategy, we have the discipline, we done back tested, and we have belief in our system. Now it's time to go get some money. So I would take my old self and I would drag his ass to hop in the car, go do Lyft again, instead of working. Like, when I first left basketball, I worked at Amazon. As you guys kind of know my story by now. If you new here, I'll just tell you again, goddammit. But I used to be a collegiate athlete, but then I worked at Amazon, making like $625 a week, which was the fucking worst. I hated my job, I hated my life, and I had to get out of there. And if I didn't, I probably would still be there till this day. So thank God, actually, I got fired. Thank God I fired me, goddammit. So I would grab my old self and I'll tell him, yo, go rent a car, or go ask your mom for a car, ask your sister, ask your dad, whoever the you can ask for a car, and you want to start doing Uber Eats, you want to start doing Grubhub, any gig work you can do to make some money, right? Because you want to take all of that money and you want to go and you want to invest it into prop firm challenges. And you want to treat those challenges as, like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, treat it like it's a game. Like, gamble them shits away, because the most important thing is getting funded. And once you get funded, you can kind of pull it back and risk your 0.5%, 1%, and know that what you're trading is real life funds and make money from that. You don't want to waste time trading demo accounts. It's a waste of time. I don't believe in it. I don't tell my students to trade them shits like it's a live account. It's stupid. Risk it or blow it, and then you go hustle up and you go do it again. And then that's what I would do all over again. And that's what I did, and that's how I was able to get 600K with the capital, with TFT, before the whole MT4 ban happened. That kind of up everything, and it kind of the whole TFT firm, from my understanding. I just don't even work with them anymore. So what I would do is I would, like I said, hustle up and I would go do Uber, and I would take money from Uber instead of trying to put it in a small account and grow it over time. I would just continue to try to pass 100K accounts. And then that's what I would do over and over again. And I don't care how many 100K accounts I blow. Hypothetically, let's say I blow 500K accounts, right? Let's say, to keep numbers simple, $2,000. Actually, it is $2,000. Let's say I blow 500K accounts, or maybe it's not $2,000. I don't get what it is. And let's say it's $2,000. But then you pass the last 100K account, which is number 6, and you're able to get a 10% withdrawal. Well, you blew 5, but now you're getting paid out $10,000, which means you're a net positive $5,000 with a funded account. So that is something you absolutely need to focus on or look into, because that's what I would tell my younger self if I was starting over again with zero, is go hustle and go get funded again. Number 5, the next thing that I would do, numbers don't lie. Now, I might, like, traders lie, but numbers don't lie. Right? Numbers know when you're taking a bad trade. Numbers know when you're taking good trades. And you have to understand your numbers. You have to understand your data, because if you don't understand your numbers and you don't understand your data, then you wouldn't understand when you're taking certain setups or certain trades that is hindering you from seeing growth and profitability. What I would also tell my younger self, and if I can go back in time and starting over from zero, is to buy a journal, to journal all of your trades, to not only just journal your trades, but journal how you feel when you're taking those trades. Journal what's happening in life and how is it interrupting your trading style, or how is it making you feel, different things of that nature, just to jot down what's going on and how to navigate life, because trading is a very lonely game, which it shouldn't be, but it's very lonely. And if you can just communicate and let things out on paper, that might help you, especially in mental space and like the psychology space, right? Number 6, if I can go back and tell myself once again, motherfucker, join communities and meet like-minded people. I don't understand why I did not do it. Till this day, I still have a hard time meeting like-minded traders and connecting with traders. I should be plugged in with other traders and networking with them, but I just never did. I guess, I don't know. But till this day, I should do it. I just haven't got around to it. So maybe that's something I actually need to work on. You don't really, as a trader, you shouldn't be kind of going at this alone. You should have friends and you should have people around you and teammates to pick you up when you're feeling down, to hold you accountable when you don't feel like doing the things that you said you're gonna do, because those brotherhoods and that brotherhood and that teammate is actually what pushed me, propelled me forward, especially in my athletic career. So another thing I would say to my younger self, or if I had zero, after having my strict routine, after everything that I've done before, well, next thing I would do is start to share my journey and start to share what I'm going through online. It took me a long time to actually put myself out there on social media, especially when it comes to trading. For some reason, I never wanted to have like an imposter syndrome. So that's why it kind of took me a long time to start posting content about trading. So I wanted to make sure I'm giving out great content or giving out real content, because I realized a lot of traders out there aren't giving out the most conducive content or helping traders, the new and up and coming traders, giving out real genuine advice. So it took me a long time to do that, but if I can go back, I will start documenting my journey and put myself out there online a bit more and kind of showing people the true journey of a trader, which I should have done, but I didn't do it. I was just so kind of focused on the task at hand that I didn't even think about picking up a camera until now, right? So the big thing is sharing yourself. That's why I created a 100% free Discord where all the traders from anywhere walk of life who are looking to build like-minded relationships, who are looking to build a team and be around other traders. That's why I build this Discord, to help traders, to connect traders, to show them that trading shouldn't be lonely and trading shouldn't be extremely hard, because trading is what's going to change your life. That's why I think every trader you're watching this, you should click that link down below, man, and just join the free Discord and join the family and start trading with us, and build that camaraderie and be a team, you know what I mean? So last but not least, man, I would hustle outside of the charts, right? So we previously spoke upon hustling to get funded, but I'll also continue to hustle, continue to have other streams of income other than just trading, because trading is going to be one of those streams of income that is fluctuating and it's not steady, right? It's not like a job. You left the job, now you're becoming a full-time entrepreneur, which is a full-time trader. That income of 50K a month, and the next month you can have a 7K month. We just don't know how the market conditions may act and how the strategy may play out during different market conditions. So I will always say, have another stream of income. Keep hustling, keep putting money aside, keep grinding, keep doing the gig work until you're able to have maybe a live account that is sitting pretty nice, or multiple funding accounts that is also maybe funded 400, 500, 600K worth of capital, and you can kind of just milk those funding accounts and also milk your own account. These are the 7 steps that I would do all over again if I was starting over from zero. If you like this type of content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me, please do not leave this video without telling me something I missed Did I miss something? What would you do differently? Tell me how would you do it, or how would you move differently on this topic? Tell me something that I missed, or tell me something that you would change on this journey. I would love to hear the feedback. All right, boys. Salute. Love y'all, family. We gone.